Justin, we are 18 days away from Halloween, which means we are just over 2 weeks away from finding a costume for trick-or-treating or for parties, but finding a costume or putting it together can be tough and pricey. But what if we told you that there were unique costumes that you can rent right here in the 517, because that's exactly what's happening over at the Riverwalk Costume Shop. So joining me right now is Amanda, all dressed up as well. What are you dressed up as?
I am the Mad Hatter.
Okay, I like it.
Right.
Attention to detail. We got the hat. We got a little the vest.
The
threads.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you are ready to roll, and it's not even Halloween.
No.
But you are treating us to some great costumes for the spooky season. But the costume shop, in my opinion, is kind of like a hidden gem.
It really is.
In the 517. So how many costumes do you hold there? What is it made up of?
It is thousands of costumes, and there's costumes that are 70 years old. It started at 70 years ago, and we just, every show we do, people donate to us sometimes, like when someone passes away and they're like, hey, we have this wonderful vintage stuff. Every time Riverwalk does a show, we make costumes. They go to the costume shop in the end where people can rent them.
Wow, and you know, how do you go about making the the costumes for the shows for Riverwalk? Because we have a lot of the Riverwalk productions come on our show and show off all of that. So what does that process look like?
So it would be a director and a costumer getting together, and the director tells us the vision of what they want, and then we go and we pull stuff from the costume shop if we have it, or if we don't, there's a lot of fabric there that we get to use, and we take it home and we make what we need to make for whatever time period or situation it is.
Yes, and I'm seeing the video go on and on and on and on of all of those costumes. What I love is that, you know, when you see a show, you get to kind of really get to know the characters through their costumes, but those get to be relived in times like Halloween around this time. So we pointed out your wonderful Mad Hatter costume, but what other costumes did you bring that people can rent this time of year?
So we brought a couple. This is a men's and a women's here Renaissance costume.
Ooh, okay.
So for Halloween, or if you want to go to the Renaissance Festival or the Viking Festival in Charlotte later in the year, these are options. Well, a lot of people rent from us for those. And then for Halloween, if you wanted to be maybe one of your favorite singers and be a little Taylor Swift situation going on here.
Look at that. I love that. Fearless,
right?
Like the showgirl right there.
Right.
Yes.
We also wanted to show, we do have all sizes. So like if you wanted to go to a Titanic type, I believe it's an anniversary year for that.
Yeah, I believe so too.
And also the Grand does the timeless thing every year, and a lot of people borrow from us, rent from us for that.
Yeah, oh, I like that. So maybe you already have a costume for Halloween, so this is stuff that you can do all year round. And I just like, it just goes to show how creative you guys are at Riverwalk. Okay, Little Mermaid, some sea life right there. And once you rent them, you see how much like work goes into each of these costumes, because costumes really do tell a story.
This is from Wizard of Oz. So Wicked is very popular this year. So this is the Gatekeeper of Oz.
You can get Ozified right there.
So that's another one that's popular this year.
Okay, so if people do want to rent this, how do they go about that process?
So we are open 3 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays from 4:30 until 7, and the second Saturday of every month from 11 to 2.
Okay.
And we have a website. You can find out how to contact us if you need to email us and ask if we have something. You know, if you're looking. But we're going to be like the place that you go if you don't want to go buy one of those bags and be like matching 5 people at the same party. You're going to go and you're going to show up in something different.
Yes.
It's going to be fun and it's going to be yours.
Yes, exactly. And then knowing too that once again you get to give another life to these costumes, that there was so much work that went into it. So definitely contact the Riverwalk Costume Shop for not only for Halloween but so many fun themed events. That's another big thing that's coming on right now, is a lot of people are doing those themed parties. So definitely go there.
Bridgerton parties.
We
got a lot of Bridgerton dresses.
All right, good to know. Now the next thing is which one am I going to rent? Rochelle and I, we got to go through this and find out what our costumes are going to be. So we'll be doing that in the commercial break. But stick around.